evening, everyone, and welcome to another exciting evening of Westview Warrior basketball, streaming live at LaGuanaMedia.com. This is Jerry Hostetler along with Jamie Miller, and tonight we're coming to you from McEwen Gym at Concord High School, where Concord and Westview will close out the regular season schedule. Concord is under the direction of first-year head coach Derek Deschone. He started his varsity coaching career 4 years ago down at New Prairie High School, where he compiled a 34-56 record, and he brings his Minutemen into tonight's game with a 6-15 record and a fifth-place finish in a field of 8 in the Northern Lakes Conference, finishing with a 3-4 mark. Concord is coming off a loss against the Cavemen of Mishawaka on Tuesday. On the same night, the Westview Warriors were finishing off a perfect conference season with a win over Fremont and finishing with a conference championship to go along with their NECC tourney championship back in January. Rob Yoder's Warriors bring a sparkling 21-4 record into tonight's game in an impressive 14-game winning streak. But the Minutemen are always tough on their home hardwood in McEwen Gym. It should be exciting. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following business sponsors: the Blue Gate Restaurant in Shipshewana, by Mike's Automotive Service in Topeka, by Pruitt May Funeral Home in LaGrange, also by Height Auto Body, who, by the way, is still in business in LaGrange even after their fire. Topeka Do It Best Hardware, also Topeka Pharmacy in Topeka, of course, Dale's Dependable Handyman Service, Weaver Furniture in Shipshewana, Jerry Standard in Middlebury, the Hometown Treasure, and also Yoder Insurance in Shipshewana. Also by Quality Floor in Topeka, and by Frontline Auto Tech in Shipshewana, Yoder Shipshewana Hardware, and Troyer Saddlery. And our halftime trivia contest is brought to you each and every game by Shipsy Pizza. Our individual sponsors are Dan and Dawn Byler, John and Leslie Cook, Tim and Donna Height, Jerry and Fran Hostetler, Josiah and Candace Parker, Jim and Liz Stone, Tim and Kim Taylor, and Roger and Esther Winger. Jamie will be back to talk to head coach Rob Yoder right after this 30-second timeout.
We're in the locker room with Coach Rob Yoder before the
Does your paint job need a refresh? Got too many dings and scratches? Let Height Auto Body take care of it for you. No matter the type of vehicle, motorcycle, trailer, or truck cab, Height Auto Body's experienced paint specialists will attend to every detail so you don't have to. We aim to be #1 in customer service, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. We're located west of State Road 9 on US 20. Height Auto Body, a trusted name in the community for over 20 years.
We're in the locker room with Coach Rob Yoder before the Concord game. And Coach, last tune-up before sectional. What are you focused on this week besides the sectional teams? What do you maybe work on to try to refine a little bit with your team this week?
I think just going through all basic fundamentals, make sure you're as sharp as you can be and try to hit all your set plays. You know, some of them you haven't ran or used for a while. Just try to get everybody sharp in all areas, and then certainly some points that we think will be important. Defending some of the teams in the sectional, we want to hit those without really picking out any one team at this point. We just want to sharpen up things that the coaching staff thinks will be important.
Yeah. Now tonight we play Concord. They're 6-15, but we know they play a pretty tough schedule. Who are some of their better players? Who are the top two that we need to stop tonight, and what do they do offensively that we need to be ready for?
Johnson will be number 34 is by far their best player offensively to this point in the season. I think that they have other capable players, but he has really done a good job of scoring the ball for them this year. He's averaging about 20 points a game, and he can score in the post, on the drive, shooting the ball. He can just score a variety of ways. So he's going to be a challenge for us. And then I think there's just a group of guys for them that can hit shots. They have a number of guys that are capable shot makers, and whenever you give attention, especially to a guy that plays a lot in the post and receives a lot of lob plays, you're given the extra help there to stop that. Boy, it leaves you susceptible to giving up shots on the line. So we're hopeful that we'll read things well and early and congest the lane, help on him, and still be able to challenge and at the very least speed up shooters.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we'll be back with the keys to the game right after this.
Have you ever been unpleasantly surprised by a purchase and wish you had done more investigation before buying? Gold Key Home Inspections is here to help give you peace of mind about one of your largest investments, your home. Our inspectors are trained to expertly evaluate all aspects of your potential home and give you information to use in making an informed decision. Don't gamble on your future. Give Gold Key Home Inspections a call today to set up your appointment.
All right, we're back at Concord High School. About 8.5 minutes left before tip-off. And since you can't see them tonight, the keys to the game, we'll just have to say them. You heard from Coach Yoder earlier who Concord's best player is. That's number 34, Michael Johnson, a 6'4" senior who can do everything. When you can shoot threes, pull up mid-range, and take it all the way to the basket, you're a tough guy to guard. Elijah's going to start out on him, so I think one of our keys is we don't want Elijah getting in foul trouble. His scoring is up and down depending on what his role is. Tonight, I think his main role is to limit Johnson and to handle the ball and give everybody else. Any scoring, I think, from Elijah will be a bonus. So key number 2, defensively, we need to be able to sag down on Johnson when he gets it in the post and get back out on their shooters. None of their shooters are necessarily great shooters, but they're good enough that if you leave them open, they're going to hit it. And so I think number 3 is also defensively. We want to pressure the ball. They actually brought up number 4, Jack D'Arcy. I guess that's how you say his name.
Jake D'Arcy, yep.
He's a freshman at point guard in it. And since then, they've played a lot better. Their turnovers have gone down, and they really like him. So can we pressure him, though? He's a freshman, and we're experienced. Can we force him into some turnovers? So
not a big guy. He's 5'9".
5'9" and
inexperienced, but he's a good athlete, isn't he?
Yeah, I haven't seen him play any, but I'm guessing, they brought him up from the JV, I'm guessing. So Concord has played much better of late. Midway through the season, I think they only won 2 games, and they've won some games lately that maybe were a surprise. And so I think they're doing all right. I have to make one correction, if I could. The last time we were on the air, I mentioned the all-time sectional winning record, that Westview had that. Well, that was a major oversight. I was looking at the records wrong. So that was not the sectional all-time records. What it was saying is the record of the teams in the sectionals this year. And for that, we are number 1. We got the strongest sectional field in the state. If you look at
impressive.
If you look at just records. And so I guess I could change a little bit tonight, but I'd be surprised if it put us off of number 1.
Well, I mean, I think if you look back at the previous years, how many years? Probably not very many, if any. We've had only one team with a losing record in the sectional field going in next week. Yeah. And that's Bremen.
And it's not that bad. It's 7-10 or 8-11 or something like that.
They're not that far away from 500, you're right.
Yeah, I remember not too many years ago where you'd have teams in there with 1 or 2 wins. And it's going to be an exciting sectional, I think. I hope our games aren't too exciting, but I just think overall you got Bremen and Prairie Heights, you got us and Central Noble, and then you got Whitco and LaVille waiting in the wings. So should be an exciting time, and we just want to get through tonight happy and healthy. And
right, you don't want anything to happen to the kids tonight going into sectional week next week. Keep them all healthy.
That's right. We want to shout out to Ron and Elaine. Do I have those names right? Rich just told me to shout out to them. We're going to talk about the JV real quick. The JV beat Concord tonight. You remember what the final was? I didn't even write it down.
They didn't give
52-46.
free throw. Yeah.
So 52-46. We led 11-7 after one quarter. Trailed by 1 at halftime, 20-19. Led by 8 after 3, so it's a great third quarter, and then we won 52-46. Ben Burkett had 4 points. Mason Yoder had 2. Drew Miller had 3. Caleb Corey had 11. Luke Miller had 13. Lyndon Miller 14. And Tim Brandenbecker 5. And I don't know the exact record for the JV this year, but I think 17-3.
That could be.
Yeah, we made the 17
we've had a good year,
which is really good for a JV team. So, anyways, that's that, and we are on to the varsity game. If you can hear me.
Yeah. Every time we come here, and it's a pleasure to hear this Concord pep band, and they're the second best, I think, that we've seen all year, and the other one would be Mike Brown's pep band at Westview.
This is certainly the loudest one.
I tell you, they are talented, and they do make a lot of noise. The gym isn't packed like it used to be in the good old days here at Concord High School, but it's still very loud here with the pep band, and it gives you the chills up your spine when you come here, no matter what.
Yeah, I can't tell for sure that. I almost think we have more people here than Concord does.
I would say that would be a safe estimate, yes.
Real close either way. So, good showing tonight by Westview fans, which we would expect. And as we run back out on the floor, it's about 3 minutes to go till the warm-ups are over.
One thing, getting back to the Concord team that they don't have this year that they did have last year was that big Magnuson kid in the middle, which has forced Johnson to play inside a little bit more. Last year he kind of shied away from the inside, according to the coach. He didn't want to get in the way of Magnuson.
Oh, I got you.
So he stayed outside, did more outside shooting, but Johnson does have to get involved inside this year as well as outside.
Yeah, he's a really good post player, and so I think that always presents a challenge because the way we play our defense, we really help from the perimeter down into the post, and that's no secret to anybody. And so teams, I think, will try to take advantage of that, throw it in and kick it out real quick. So our closeouts without fouling and stopping drives will be really important tonight.
Last year we beat the Minutemen over at Westview 65-46. Concord still has the lead in the series, leading Westview in modern history at least. In the last 30 years, 18-7 is Concord's record, but Westview has been winning rather regularly here, although I do think we were defeated. I think the last defeat we had was the 2015-16 year. But we've been winning a lot more consistently over the last 15 years.
So the all-time record is Concord 18-7?
Right.
Really?
Yeah. Well, that's, I mean, if you go way back, it's probably different. This goes back, what?
To 94?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, Concord recently, they've lost their last 2, but one of them was to Valparaiso. And what was it? We lost by, what, 1 or 2 to Valparaiso?
Yeah,
maybe 3? And Concord lost by 45.
Wow.
So that was not a very good performance. And then they lost to Mishawaka by 7. They lost to Northridge by 9. And they did beat South Bend Clay, who Clay's only won 4 games this year, so that's not a tremendous victory there. But they did beat John Glenn by 3. They beat Northwood at Northwood by 3. So ups and downs. I would say, just looking at the scores, we're a heavy favorite tonight. Warsaw beat Concord by 40.
Wow.
And that was at Warsaw. So that's just since mid-January. 40 in Valparaiso by 45. And so those are some common teams that we've played. But I think they'll be ready tonight. And they play a tough schedule, so that, you know, if you give them the schedule of a typical NECC team, they'd probably be 500 or better, be my guess.
Yeah, probably.
So
you're right. One thing, you mentioned the Clay game, and that's the high point game for Johnson. He had 39 points in that game, and that's his career high.
Wow.
So hopefully we can contain him tonight. And of course, as you mentioned, he and Coach Yoder also. They do have some outside shooters, but Johnson's the main man to shut down.
As the Concord seniors under the direction of Mr. Kendall Reyna perform our national anthem.
And we're going to pause for our national anthem. Concord choir, which would probably be comparable to Jill Ham's Dynamic Sensations, perform the national anthem for Concord here tonight as we get set for basketball action. If you've turned on your computer and you were expecting to see video tonight, we were blacked out as far as video is concerned, live video. We will tape it though, and it will become available as soon as Concord is eliminated from the sectional. Their first game is on Tuesday night, just like ours. First game at Northside Gym against Northridge. Let's meet the starting lineups now. Dennis Wingard will come out for Westfield, start at one guard. Charlie Yoder also in the starting lineup for us tonight. Charlie leads his team in scoring with 22.6 points per game. Josh Ostetler will be at a forward. Josh with 9.2 point per game average coming in. Also starting Nick Rensberger, 9.5 point per game average coming in tonight. Nick, a 6'5" senior, playing in his last regular season game for the Warriors here at Concord High School. Who was our other starter? Oh, Hales, obviously. Yeah, I didn't see him come out, but
I get the feeling that Concord makes a lot more racket with their band than their team does.
I think you hit the nail
It's probably
right
the
on
highlight
head.
of the night is the band.
They've had some tremendous teams come out of this school, but this year isn't one of them. They come in with a 6-15 record. Starting at one guard will be Luke Shoemaker, a 6-foot senior. Starting at one of the forwards, Drew McDougal, a 6'2" senior as well. Michael Johnson, their leading scorer, 6'4" senior. Jamari Southern is another guard, a 6-foot senior. And their other guard is Jack D'Arcy, a 5'9" freshman, whom Jamie had talked about earlier. I told Dan before the game started that this is one band that might be able to drown out his whistle. Maybe the only band. And I think that's the loudest I've heard Dan whistle, too.
Yeah, that's my ears are hurting with headphones on.
Yeah. That gets our fans excited, the students that are on hand, and we're ready to go. Westview and Concord. Westview in their red uniforms with gold numbers trimmed in black. Concord, their home whites with green numerals and letters trimmed in black as well. Tip is controlled by the Minutemen. With the ball in the backcourt is Drew McDougal, and he'll give it to the freshman Jack D'Arcy. He'll go left side with it to Schumacher. Inside, the shot turnaround jumper is good by Johnson, so Concord hits the board first here in this basketball game. Now Dennis drags his pivot foot, and it'll be a turnover on Westview, and Concord will get the ball back.
Well, these coaches are very familiar with each other. Of course, Derek was a part of those really good Jimtown teams several years ago with his dad coaching. And we had a lot of battles against them. So they know what we do, and we know what they would at least like to do.
Michelle was part of the state championship team that Jimtown had. Wish I could remember the exact year of that.
I think it was 04.
It wasn't that far removed from our state championship, so I think you're probably
Yeah,
right.
it was our first year, Rob's first year coaching. And we had a good senior class that year, and we gave them a scare for a half in the sectional, but they were really good.
Shoemaker to D'Arcy. They'll work it around left side to McDougal. Now to Johnson up top of the key. He'll go right side to Shoemaker. He takes it down to the baseline, then pulls it back out front to D'Arcy. Now to Johnson. Johnson bounce passes it inside. Knocked away, picked up by Nick Rensberger. He'll get it to Hales. Hales crosses the timeline. Looks top of the key to Rensberger. He'll give it off to Charlie, high on the wing left side. Now to Hales. Out front it'll come to Josh Ostetler. Now they'll swing it around right side to Charlie. Charlie takes it down the lane, puts it up, scores.
Looked like Concord was playing straight up that time, just straight man-to-man on us.
2-2 ball game, 6:10 to go in the first quarter. With the ball is McDougal. He'll get it to D'Arcy. Now left side will go to Shoemaker. Turnaround jumper by Johnson off the baseline is good. So he has all 4 of the Concord points. 5:55 to go in the opening quarter. Josh Hostetler on the wing right side. Gets it out front to Dennis Wingert. Now to Hales. A swing it around to Charlie for a 3 on the left side. Nothing but net for Charlie.
Well, it looks like we picked up right where we left off against Fremont. Of course, the last time out we won by, 51 points?
Yep, and we started out, 13, Charlie, Fremont 0.
15.
Like
yeah, 15. First 15 points of the game.
Tonight it's Charlie 5 and Michael Johnson 4 so far. Shoemaker out front with the ball. Tries to drive on Josh Hostetler, pulls it to D'Arcy right side. D'Arcy brings it, top of the circle, goes left side back to Shoemaker. Takes it down to the baseline and comes all the way back out front with it. Gives it to D'Arcy and now right side to McDougal. He bounce passes it outside to Shamari Southern.
It's hard to know from looking at the scores what style Concord likes to play. Deshaun comes from the hold the ball control type offense, but their scores have been pretty high this year.
Ball knocked away, loose on the floor, and alternate possession on the jump ball goes, no, it's a foul.
Yeah, Dennis got it, and then D'Arcy kind of jumped him.
D'Arcy's first foul of the night, first team foul for either team. 4:40 to go in the first quarter, 5-4 Westview. Josh Hostetler bounce passes it down low left side to Hales. Turnaround jumper, no good inside the baseline. Johnson pulls down the rebound.
Looks like he lost that on the way up maybe.
Yeah, it looked like it slipped out. Southern now deep in the corner right side, comes back out front with it to Shoemaker. Shoemaker goes to McDougal. Will swing it around to D'Arcy. D'Arcy goes to Shoemaker, and he's bumped from behind by Josh Hostetler, and he picks up the personal foul. That'll be the first on Westview and the first on Josh, of course. Drew McDougal looking to inbound. If you know the Concord gym, the Warriors are going to the basket to the left of the scorer's bench. We're up in the southeast corner of the gym with our broadcast. Turnaround jumper by Johnson's no good. Rebound pulled down by Nick Rensberger. They'll get it to Hales. Quickly to Charlie, right side on the wing. Takes it to the hole. And we have a charging foul on Charlie. (5-4). The score remains with 3:49 now to go in the first quarter. D'Arcy brings it up for Concord. He goes right side on the no-look pass to Shoemaker. Now in the corner, left side to go to McDougal.
Okay. One thing Concord likes to do is skip the ball and
shot for McDougal
across court to get 3-pointers and lobs. So we'll have to watch that today.
Westview with a rebound on the missed shot by McDougal. Hales with it out front. He looks in, goes left side on the dribble, then passes it all the way to the right corner to Charlie. Takes down the baseline and pulls it back out on the wing. Dennis Wingard, Nick Rensberger back to Hales. Now to Nick. Nick goes left side to Dennis. Inside Hales. Turnaround jump hook, no good. Rebound Nick. He'll put it up, miss. Miss again, and then we have a foul. Finally, they call the foul on Johnson.
Couldn't tell what kind of defense Concord was in that time. It looked like either a matchup zone or a switching man-to-man because they weren't really moving.
Bounce pass inside, attempted to, or intended, I should say, for Nick. And he's fouled from behind. So a couple of fouls quickly being picked up by Concord. That one goes against Shoemaker. The previous foul was on Johnson, his first. Both their first fouls. Third on Concord now.
We got a big matchup advantage inside with Nick if we can get it in there. Like Shoemaker on him, it's a 5-inch.
Yeah, Shoemaker's only 6 feet tall. Yoder with it, right side. Rensberger will come to Hales. Hales drives it in. Dishes it off right side for Charlie for three. Long, and the rebound comes down to Darcy.
Yeah, the pass was a little low, and it threw his timing off.
Darcy with it out front, goes left side to Shoemaker. He drives on Josh. Tries to put it up over, and we got a charging foul as he runs over Rensberger underneath. So the foul will go against Shoemaker, his second.
You wouldn't get away with that in college because they have that half circle there in the middle that you can't be inside of, because that was almost under the basket when he got hit.
Right. You think they'll ever bring that into high school basketball?
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. I think if they do, they need to bring in the shot clock too.
Right. I think the two are an eventuality, but it might be, 10 years down the road. Hales out front, overcome to Charlie. Charlie, a long three from the top of the circle, no good. Tipped over to Josh Ostetler on there. Rebounded, he puts it in from the right side.
Yeah, Jordan Schrock kept that alive that time.
Jordan is checked into the ball game as Wingard came out. Shot by Johnson off the left side this time is good. His 6th point of the game, and that keeps the game tight. 7-6 Westview with 1:45 to go in the first quarter. Hales bounce pass to Rensberger. Elbow. Now right side to Josh. Long three is no good. Now we have a whistle on a foul. It's going to be on Charlie again, I think.
Yeah.
Over the back.
Well, this is a good scenario to practice. We never want anybody to get in foul trouble, but when you're leading scorer on the road, tight game, you don't know when that might happen in the next month, next week.
That's right. Charlie has come out of the ball game now with 2 fouls. Coming in is Drew Litweiler for the first time tonight. Also in is Brock Troyer for Concord, 6'4" senior. Johnson will get it out front to McDougal. His shot is good. That's a 3 for McDougal to give Concord the lead at 9-7. Hales goes to Litweiler. Left side in the corner to Josh Ostetler. Inside pass to Rensberger. Has it knocked away and stolen from behind by Shermari Southern. And now another 3 by McDougal from the left side is good. 12-7. Concord with the lead. 2 straight threes. Rensberger down low, gets it out front to Hales. 35 seconds now to go in the quarter. Hales pulls it way out front, and Westview will be content to try to take the last shot of this quarter. Down by 5.
The one thing they don't have a great record, but they got a lot of seniors. So they're experienced players, they know how to play. And they're taking advantage right now.
10 seconds to go as Hales was just standing out front to get it to Rensberger. Back to Hales, 4 seconds. He'll force one up on the wing, gets his own rebound, puts up a high arching shot, won't go. It was tipped in, but too late. So we played 1 quarter of basketball here at Concord High School. Westview trailing Concord. It's Concord 12 and Westview 7. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this 60-second timeout.
When you're turning your house into a home, your furniture plays a big part in the finished product. You'll love the finished products at Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana. Come see the Weaver family. They will work with you to find a piece that fits your needs, or they'll have it custom built just for you. Weaver Furniture Sales is located just south of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana. Visit their website at weaverfurnituresales.com.
Westview inbounding to begin the second quarter, down by 5. 12-7 Concord. Hales with it. High on the wing left side. Bounce passes it to Litweiler. Litweiler up top. It'll come to Josh Ostetler. Back to Litweiler on the wing. Now to Hales out front. He'll give off to Jordan Schrock. And now to Josh Ostetler. Back to Hales down low. Jordan with it to Drew. Now left side. They'll swing it over to Charlie. Down on the baseline. Wide open is Hales, and he hits. First two of the night for Elijah. Knocks that Concord lead down to 3. McDougal with it. Goes inside to Troyer. Troyer looking for a space to shoot. Can't find it. He'll get it back out to McDougal out front. Now to Troyer on the wing. Back out front to Darcy. And now to Southern. Southern to Darcy. Darcy goes to Johnson. Hales sticking with him like glue on defense, but he manages to penetrate the lane but can't get it to go, and Hales with a rebound. Elijah brings it up, picks up his dribble, looking for a pass. Has it knocked away in the corner, but Charlie gets it back. McDougal almost had the steal. Jordan Schrock, now to Hales.
Concord's really locked in right now on defense. They're fighting through things, and they're playing hard. And
Charlie inside. And he crosses over to the other side on a reverse layup and puts it in, and he's fouled.
I think just the natural rivalry of Deshaun has amped up this. He's ready for this game. And the players are following suit.
Charlie goes to the free throw line. He has 7 now after that successful shot from underneath. He'll put it up, and he hits.
Well, Charlie's become really good, and I hope I'm not doing the announcer's jinx here, at playing with foul trouble.
2 fouls for Charlie. Darcy to McDougal, inside Johnson, he'll put it up, scores, and he's fouled. I think he's only missed 1 so far tonight, but he's had a lot of short-range shots. Well, he's hit a couple from outside, I guess.
Do you know where he's going? Is he going to college somewhere?
I don't know. I haven't heard.
Definitely
I would think somewhere.
Definitely a really nice player. He can just kind of catch it and jump over everybody and shoot it.
And he connects on the old-fashioned three-point play now. 15-12, Concord up by 3 again. Charlie with it, high on the left wing. He'll get it to Hales now, a little bit lower on the left wing.
Concord's really extending their defense, so this should work to our advantage if we can be patient.
So far we are. Hales drives the baselines, double team, gets it out of trouble, way out front to Charlie. We go back to Elijah. Now Drew coming across the baseline, or across the lane, and we have a quick timeout called as Drew hit the floor. He called the timeout. So it'll probably be a quick 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. 5:40 to go in the first half. Concord 15, Westview 12. So yeah, Concord looks pretty tough so far.
Yeah, you know, in the second half it's been our half most of the games this year. So we kind of figure it out as we go. Right. We'll see. Can't let up.
Both teams want that momentum going into the sectional next week, and both teams will play the first game of the sectional on Tuesday evening. Concord over at Northside Gym, and they'll take on Northridge. And Westview, of course, right back at Westview as they'll play in that first game against Central Noble. Inbounding will be Hales looking. He lobs it into Charlie on the wing left side. Charlie gets it out front to Rensberger, who's come way out. Now to Josh Ostetler. Hales on the wing left side. Bounce passes it down low to Rensberger. Back up jumper, in and out, and it won't fall. Charlie with the offensive board. He'll put it up, and he hits. Ten now for Charlie. Good work on the offensive boards by the Warriors that time. By Charlie, at least. Hales with a steal. Just over the midcourt stripe. Charlie with a jumper off the baseline, no good. Tipped around and out. Grabbed by Braden Taylor, who's come in now for Concord. He'll get it to Darcy. Inside 5 minutes now to go in the first half. 1 point ball game. Concord with the lead and the ball.
Got our big lineup in there right now with Drew Litweiler in there with only Charlie, Elijah, and Nick. All of them 6'4" or taller.
Driving is Johnson, and we have a push. I believe Elijah might have picked that up.
It's a good test for Elijah as we head into tournament play to be guarding a player of this caliber.
Good point. Now we have a timeout, an official's timeout.
Looks like they were just telling Nick and
McDougal
to play nice.
It's pretty much. That's the size of it right there. Shamari Southern to Darcy. Darcy out front, come to Taylor. They'll swing it around right side to McDougal. Back out front to Johnson. Johnson drives, puts it up from 15 and hits nothing but net. 11 now for Johnson.
Well, Elijah's been right on him, but he can elevate just a little higher, and he's got a really nice touch.
Josh Hostetler in the corner right side. He'll come to Rensberger, now to Charlie Yoder. Once again, there's nothing wrong with your computers tonight. We're blacked out as far as video is concerned until after the sectional. Rebound, or the shot is passes side to Rensberger, and he puts it up off the glass and good.
Yeah, it was a big looping pass in there by Josh, and time he caught it, faked everybody else out.
Nick's first two of the night. Darcy out front for Concord to Southern. Now inside Johnson, a spin move, and he puts it up and in. Boy, he just can't, it's hard to stop that guy. 6'4" senior, Michael Johnson. Yoder out front, tries to drive the lane, gives it to Josh. Jumper from about 13's no good, and a rebound, Nick Rensberger. We're getting some offensive rebounds. Now Drew Litweiler grabs it on the pass from Rensberger. He'll go to Hales. No look pass to Charlie out front. Charlie has an opening. He'll put it up off the glass, and he hits, and he's fouled. Good aggressive move to the hole by Charlie Yoder.
So he's got, what, 12 now, Charlie does?
Yeah.
And Johnson has
11.
11.
Or 13. Yeah, he just hit his 13th. So it's a good battle there.
Well, we knew it would be a challenge. I think the difference is we have a little bit more, not a little, a lot more of a supporting cast than Johnson does.
Right.
It's just a matter of can we get him going.
19-18. We'll take a quick timeout. Concord called a full timeout here. We'll go with a 30. We'll be back right after this.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
And we're back at Concord. Charlie Yoder at the stripe.
Some other games of note tonight that kind of interesting. Fairfield is at Central Noble.
Should be a good game.
It's pretty much a battle for second place in the conference.
Charlie misses, but the rebound by Rensberger. He gets it to Litweiler for three, and he hits. Drew starting off where he left off in that game against
Fremont. 19 points the other night. Well, some of the best times to shoot a three is when you get an offensive rebound and the defense is scattered and you're standing all alone there at the three-point line. So that inside-out pass, that's just a great time to shoot it. So
first three of the night, ball batted out of bounds. A turnover on Concord, so it'll be Westview basketball. Charlie Yoder crosses the timeline, looks right side, goes that way on a bounce pass to Hales. He'll take it to the baseline and then pulls it back out front on the pass to Charlie. Charlie to Hales. Looks right side, goes that direction to Hostetler. Now to Rensberger, who's come way out on top. Hit a three from about that area the other night, maybe on the other side, but First 3 of the year for Nick in that last game at Westview. Josh Ostetler will get it to Hales. Back to Josh in the corner for 3. And he hits! So Westview starting to light it up from three-point land. Takes a 24-19 lead over Concord with 1 minute and 58 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, supporting cast is getting a little warmed up.
McDougal in the corner, right side, gets it to Darcy. Back to McDougal. Out front now it'll come to Shoemaker. He'll go to Johnson. And out of Southern, and he swishes a 3 from the left side.
I think that's probably a little bit of a surprise. I think we're willing to give him that shot.
We left him open, and he took advantage of it. Charlie with a 3 from the left side. He matches it. Charlie's second 3 of the night. He now has 15 points. 27-22, Westview by 5. Minute and 20 to go in the first quarter.
Concord's doing a pretty good job of breaking that pressure, so I think that's why we pulled it off for a little while.
Shoemaker, Southern, Johnson, he'll cross court it to McDougal for a 3. Misses this time, and rebound Charlie Yoder. Yoder across the timeline. Takes it left side on the wing, now down to the baseline, and then pulls it back out front on the pass to Hales. Hales drives, and then he comes back out with it, top of the circle to Rensberger, back to Hales. Same place. Elijah backs it up, looks over at his head coach, Rob Yoder, for instructions. Now he calls for Charlie out front. Hands it off to Drew as he comes around to the right side. Litweiler right back to Hales, and we're in the portion of the quarter that we're going to try to kill the rest of the clock with 25 seconds now to go in the first half.
Concord's playing, I have no idea what they're playing right now.
Well,
junk defense is what it is. They're just, half of them are playing zone and half of them are playing man, so I'm not sure.
It looks like, yeah, there's 2 underneath that are kind of in a zone, and then the guys out front are playing man. Charlie will force it up. Looked like he got hammered, no call, but Elijah Hales gets the rebound and a putback right at the buzzer. That extends the Westview lead out to 7 now at halftime. 29-22, Westview leads it. And we are at halftime, and you know what that means. It's time for our Shipsy Pizza halftime pizza giveaway trivia contest. Get your fingers limbered up to text your answer. Shipsy Pizza is located on State Road 5 North in Shipshewana. The winner of tonight's contest will receive a certificate for a free, large, one-topping pizza from Shipsy Pizza. Please text your answer to the following number, 260-463-6505. That's 260-463-6505. And tonight's Shipsy Pizza trivia question is, Westview scored 93 points against Fremont on Tuesday night in their 93-41 win. But what team was the last team that Westview scored 100 points against? Once again, Westview scored 93 points against Fremont on Tuesday night in their 93-41 win. But what team was the last team that Westview scored 100 points against? Text your answer to 260-463-6505, and good luck. Jamie will be back with first half scoring for Dan's stats right after this timeout.
Dale's Dependable Handyman Service is capable of performing a wide variety of common home maintenance and remodeling services. We can help you with everything from garbage disposal installation to fixing a leaky faucet. We work in the kitchen, the bathroom, the attic, the garage, and anywhere else that might need attention. With help from Dale's Dependable Handyman Service, you know that you'll be receiving quality work from a fully trained, licensed, and insured professional. Call us today at 260-463-3970 or visit dalesdependablehandyman.com.
Westview High School on the map officially in Class 2A.
He'll put it up from 15. Got it! And the Warriors win! And we're back at Concord High School. And we have a winner in our pizza contest tonight. Congratulations to Sharon Neely, who should know this answer, and she did. She was the first caller in. The answer is Fremont, so it's kind of a trick question since we just played Fremont, and that was the answer. But it goes all the way back to December 17th, 1999, when Sharon Neely's husband, Troy Neely, was the head coach of Westview. And during the team's first state championship season, the final score in that Fremont game was Westview 103 and Fremont 54. So congratulations to Sharon Neely, and enjoy that pizza from Shipsy Pizza. I'll turn it over to Dan Byler for halftime stats, and Jamie will be in too to make his comments.
All right, so we're looking at a nice lead at halftime. It wasn't so far out early on, but Westview up 29-22 at half. They outscored the Minutemen 22-10 in the second period. They were outscored 7-12 in the first. Looking at individual scoring, most of Concord's offense is all coming from Michael Johnson. He's got that nice turnaround from about 15, and I think he's only actually, I don't think he's missed any of those. He's missed 2 shots, but none of those where it's just a turnaround and shoot right up over his man. So he's got 13 of their 22 points. Drew McDougall hit 2 threes. He's 2 out of 4 for the game, so he has 6 points. And Southern also hit a 3, so he's hit, accounts for the other 3 points for the Minutemen. Westview being led right now by Charlie Yoder with 15. He had 5 in the first quarter, added another 10 in the second. Elijah Hales has 4, all in the second quarter. Josh Hostetler added a 3 in the second quarter to go along with a 2 in the first, so he has 5. Nick Rensberger's got a bucket inside, 2 points, and Litweiler's hit 3. But what was sort of fun there in the second quarter, Jamie, at one point, I think Litweiler hit the first 3, and then Josh hit 1. They came down and hit 1, and then we turned around and Charlie hit 1. So there were 4 shots in a row that were made 3s. So that's sort of fun to watch. Westview, there haven't been a lot of shots taken overall. I mean, Westview shot 23 times. I have the Minutemen down for only taking 13 shots so far, but they're shooting a very high percentage. They were 3 of 4 in both quarters from inside the arc, so they're shooting 75% inside the arc. They're just not getting a lot of shots. And then they're 2 of 3 in the first quarter and 1 of 2, so 3 of 5. They're shooting 60% from 3-point range.
And they're down 7.
And they're down 7. But I think right here's where the difference is. We have 8 offensive boards, 4 defensive, so we have 12 rebounds. They have 4. 1 offensive, the rest are defensive boards.
Yeah.
And just no rebounding from them.
Nick has a lot of those, I believe. This offensive rebounds.
Yeah, he has. Actually, Elijah has 2, Nick has 4, and Charlie has 1, and Josh has 1. So yeah, that's been a huge thing, getting those second chance buckets for us, which that explains why we have 23 shots and they only have 13. We have 3 turnovers and they have 5. So that in itself wouldn't explain the discrepancy, but
right.
Those offensive boards absolutely do.
Yeah, well, it's something we emphasize, and maybe it's something I haven't seen this year as much as I thought I would, is offensive rebounding. But then again, we shoot really well a lot of times.
Well, yeah,
so
if you
there's
make
not
it,
as many. So, yeah, that was good to see our I guess you would call them our supporting cast step up there in that second quarter. We really needed that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Drew hit that one. It kind of broke open the floodgates, and everybody kind of relaxed a little bit.
So, actually, yeah, in the second period, we only put up 3-point attempts, and we made all 3 of them. So, and they were 3 possessions in a row.
Well, Coach really emphasizes shot selection, and you can't do much better than that when you make them all.
Yeah.
A couple of things. You got some more stats there?
That's okay. Pretty much what I got.
A couple of things to look for tonight, and I don't know if Jerry covered this or not earlier, but we got all of our players are climbing up the charts here. Josh is number 30 all-time in scoring, and he passed Adam Bontrager versus Goshen. He needs 18 more points to tie Ron Yoder, who graduated in '84. Nick Rensberger's number 24.
He passed Darren Yoder, who graduated in '87 versus Fremont, and must have been that three-pointer maybe that.
Yeah,
that
probably.
He needs 11 to tie Seth Wagler, who graduated just a few years ago, and 24 to tie Don Neely, who was from the same class as Seth Wagler. Charlie is number 6. He passed Chandler Aspie versus Fremont. He needs 134 to catch Elijah, and so that might be a little difficult this year since Elijah keeps scoring. And then Elijah's number 4, and he needs 148 to catch Ryan Yoder for
Elijah does?
Yep, who graduated in '90 and then went to play at Colorado State. So that might be a little tough. I think we figured the maximum games left after tonight is 7. And that would be about 20 points a game, which is not out of the question, but not something he's been doing most of the year.
Right,
so,
came in with just under 15 points per game.
That's right. So we are 25 seconds away from the teams coming back out on the court here tonight for the second half. Concord, I'm thinking they're going to want to get a few more shots up, but the way they run their offense, they're not going to get a lot more.
Right,
I don't think.
that's right.
And see, they really have to run it through Johnson. If he doesn't have a shot, he kicks it out, and that's their offense. So I imagine we'll adjust a little bit and might play that a little bit better this half.
Well, I think Coach Yoder hit the nail on the head. They do have a couple of shooters from outside that they can go to if in a situation where they feel like they have to. McDougal's hit a couple threes and Southern hit one, but yeah, their main guy is obviously Johnson, and that's who they look for on the offensive side. Concord will get the ball to begin the second half. With it in the backcourt is Shoemaker.
Well, I think Nick has done a really nice job of getting out on McDougal. You know, he's more of a perimeter player, and Nick's having to chase him around. I think he's done a nice job.
Concord and Westview both come out with their original starting lineups. Concord with Darcy goes left side with it to Shoemaker. Johnson, long three, and he hits.
Had a hand in his face that time, too. Charlie's.
First three of the night for Johnson, but yeah, he can shoot. Inside to Charlie. Backs it back out on the wing left side, and he'll go to Hales. Now down on the baseline in the corner to Rensberger. He'll swing it back out front to Winger, down to Josh Ostetler. We'll give it to Hales now on the wing right side. Bounce pass at the free throw line to Dennis Winger. He'll swing it around to Rensberger. Now down low, Hales gets an opening, and we have a whistle and a bump underneath. It's gonna be an offensive foul. The underneath ref looked for help outside on the wing to the official out there, and he called the offensive foul.
Yeah, they both looked at each other, and I think they had maybe conflicting views at first. And then the time they were all done, both of them conflicted with our coach.
Yeah. 29-25, Westview with a 4-point lead, Concord with a basketball. Darcy takes it to the free throw line and gives off to McDougal, now to Shoemaker. He hits a three from the left side. And we're getting tight again. 1 point ball game, 29-28. Westview started the second half with a 7-point lead. Charlie Yoder gives it to Hales out front. Bounce passes it to the elbow left side to Rensberger, now to Josh Ostetler right side. They'll swing it around back now inside, and it's stolen away by Southern. He gets it to Darcy. Darcy crosses the timeline, goes right side to McDougal, right back to Darcy. Now to Shoemaker. Darcy, we're leaving him open outside. He's out there mainly to just move the ball, I think.
Yeah, it looks like we've adjusted that a little bit. We're not so tight right on him.
Darcy fakes. Dennis Wingard on him. McDougal now with the ball out front, and he gives it to Shoemaker. Right side to go to Southern. Back to, there he goes, he shoots it. Darcy misses a shot from three-point land. Westview with the rebound. Josh Ostetler down low to Wingard on the baseline. He has Johnson on him. Now they go right side of Yoder. At the elbow right side, it'll come to Rensberger. Now Yoder. Charlie Takes it inside the free throw line and gives off right side to Josh. Quickly down low to Rensberger, and he's fouled on a hold underneath.
Yeah, we got a good matchup that time on D'Arcy. 5'9" against 6'5", senior against freshman. That was a good matchup to throw it into. I think what we were upset about on that charge call on Elijah is that Southern flops every time we hit him.
Pretty much,
so
yeah.
It just gets a little irritating.
Second foul on D'Arcy. Pass underneath to Hales, and he puts it up and in.
Nice
Sixth
post
down for
feed.
Elijah.
Yeah, great post feed. Just beat Johnson flying in for the block.
Westview up 3, 31-28, 4:54 to go in the third quarter. Johnson with it, with Charlie on him, goes to D'Arcy. Now let's swing it around left side to McDougal. Out front to Shoemaker. Now to Southern. D'Arcy, left side again to Shoemaker. They get it down low to Johnson. Johnson tries to make the move on Charlie, can't find any room, gets it out front to Shoemaker, who takes it down the lane and dishes it off to McDougal. His three is long, rebound Johnson, he'll put it up and hit, and he's fouled.
Well, just a bad bounce that time.
Johnson.
Offensive rebound, what a shot over the... Charlie had position and just kind of, not very often it goes over his arms, but it did that time.
18 for Johnson now, chance to hit this free throw, make it 19, and he does. All tied up at 31. 4:23 to go in the third quarter. Charlie crosses the timeline, goes to Dennis Wingard, now left side on the wing, and will go to Hales. Elijah holds and puts it on the floor a couple times, looking for help, gives it to Rensberger. Now to Dennis Wingard in the corner right side. It's Josh for a three, and that's long. Chased down by Nick Rensberger. He'll give it to Charlie in the corner left side. Charlie gets it to Elijah. Inside feed to Wingard. I think he would have had the shot. Now Hales with a three off the mark from the top of the circle, and Johnson with a rebound for Concord and a chance for the Minutemen to take the lead.
He would have had the shot, but I think Michael Johnson would have blocked that thing into the sixth row.
Well,
so good decision. We just missed the shot.
McDougal wasn't ready for the pass, but he chases it down toward the time stripe. Gets it back into the hands of Shoemaker. Now to D'Arcy. Back to McDougal. Back to D'Arcy. D'Arcy looks like a freshman, but he plays pretty well out there. He's small, but he's a good ball handler.
Yeah, he's got good change of pace and change. He's a good faker, and he just moves the ball like he's supposed to.
Shoemaker's shot short, but Johnson with the offensive rebound. The ball's deflected in the air and grabbed by Hales, but he's hammered from behind by Shamari Southern.
I think Charlie on Johnson has given him a little bit more trouble. Charlie is not quite as strong as Elijah, but he's a little longer.
Right.
And I think that's affecting. Johnson's not quite as quick to shoot it. One thing I like watching Johnson, he doesn't waste energy, or I don't mean that in a bad way. He doesn't waste movement out there. He's very efficient.
That's a good way to put it.
One or two dribbles or less.
Hales with it at the free throw line, goes right side. Is entering the lineup was Jordan Schrock. Now to Yoder on the wing, backs up for a three, misses, and tipped away into the hands of McDougal from Rensberger. Now to D'Arcy. D'Arcy left side on the wing for Concord. He'll go out front to McDougal and swing it around to Shoemaker right side. Now we have some contact, and a push is called, and that's going to go against.
There's Southern on the floor again.
Yeah.
You lay a hand on him, and he's on his back.
And that was on Schrock. Jordan Schrock picks up his first.
So we only got 2 points this quarter?
Yes, we do. Or no, we ended, didn't we end with 27?
No, I think it was 29-22.
That's right.
Yeah.
We had a 7-point lead. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, we're having trouble hitting the baskets this third quarter so far. D'Arcy with it. He'll give out front to Southern. Southern back to D'Arcy.
I think they're going to make us come out and pick them up. This is typical Dishon basketball here.
And we did. Shoemaker gets it to Southern. He tries to drive and just bumped by Hales, and Elijah will pick up his third foul tonight.
Well, we tried to come out and press them there time when they were making us come get them, and we tried to throw them off by coming out in kind of a 1-3-1 trap, but they swung it. They do a pretty good job of swinging the ball around our traps.
Yeah, they do. So far tonight, they have. Shoemaker down low to Johnson. Johnson, good defense by Rensberger, goes out of bounds, but it was off the body, I guess, of Rensberger. So it'll be Concord retaining possession of the basketball, and they'll inbound underneath their own hoop off to the right. Darcy inbounding to Johnson. A jumper from the baseline from about 10 feet is good. 21 points now for Johnson tonight. 2-point lead for Concord, 33-31, minute 38 to go in the third quarter. Charlie puts it on the floor on the baseline left side, then goes out front to Drew Litweiler. He'll go to Elijah Hales. Hales swings it back out front. Calls for help, gives it to Litweiler high on the wing, right side. Now to Charlie out front. Now to Hales. Hales tries to drive, and Shoemaker tried to pick up the foul. The referee could see right through that. Now we have a whistle, and a foul is going to be called on Concord.
Nice job by Jordan Schrock that time going after the offensive rebound again. Dan pointed out at half how many different more shots we've gotten because of that.
Right.
We're continuing that trend, and it's a good thing because we're not doing much else right now.
Southern picks up his second foul. Ball is inbounded by Westview, and a foul, and that will send Nick Rensberger to the free throw line as he took the jumper off the baseline right side and was fouled in the process. Couldn't get the shot to go, but he'll get a pair from the free throw line. 63 seconds now to go in the third quarter. Westview trails it by 2. Nick a chance to do something about that. He's halfway there. Hits his first free throw. Third point of the night for Rensberger.
Well, it's hard to get away from a team when they're shooting like Concord's shooting, and they can't. They just hardly miss.
Next shot's off the back of the rim, no good, and it's pulled down by Concord. Shoemaker with it. Concord with a 1-point lead, inside a minute to go in the third quarter. Shamari Southern with his drive down the baseline, left side puts it in off the glass. Bumps that lead up to 3 now. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Drew Litweiler on the wing left side, goes down on the baseline to Hales. He'll swing it back out front on the dribble. Left side of Charlie, back out front to Rensberger, now to Drew Litweiler.
I'm guessing we'll go for one here now. It's what, about 20 seconds to go?
Yeah, it looks like it. Hales now will walk it out front. And they'll wait till about 10 seconds and then they'll run their play. Hales tracks it down right side to Charlie. Right back to Hales on the baseline right side. Turnaround jumper won't go long, tipped out. And we have a whistle on the foul underneath, and I think that's going to go against Concord.
Yeah, Jordan Schrock going after the ball again and got a foul out of it.
Good hustle by Jordan Schrock. That'll be number 3 on Darcy.
Well, actually tried to post up Johnson that time and got a pretty good shot off, but.
Hales looking to inbound, gets it out front. Schrock will put it up. And it's short. Put back by Hales is good. So we end the third quarter the same way we ended the half, with Hales putting an offensive rebound right back up and in. And that pulls Westview within 1. It's Concord 35, Westview 34 through 3 periods. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this 60-second timeout.
Do you fret about potential health hazards in your home? Is something eating away at your walls? Stop fretting and do something about it by calling Gold Key Home Inspections. We are a full-service company trained to identify wood-destroying insects, perform mold testing, evaluate the home for radon gas, and do more detailed inspections such as sewer line and thermal imaging. Don't lay awake at night wondering. Call Gold Key today to set up your specialized appointment and leave the worrying to us. Does your paint job need a refresh? Got too many dings and scratches? Let Hyde Auto Body take care of it for you. No matter the type of vehicle, motorcycle, trailer, or truck cab, Height Auto Body's experienced paint specialists will attend to every detail, so you don't have to. We aim to be #1 in customer service, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. We're located west of State Road 9 on US 20. Height Auto Body, a trusted name in the community for over 20 years.
And we're back at Concord High School. And by the way, we want to remind you that one of our sponsors experienced a fire the other night as Hale scores underneath on a good feed down low. And they are still open for business. So it's Height Body Shop.
Height Auto Body?
Height Auto Body, right, in LaGrange. 36-35, Westview down with a lead by 1 after the basket underneath by Hales. Concord with a basketball. Shoemaker gets it to Southern. Now back out front to Shoemaker. He's double teamed. Get it to Johnson. Now in the corner. McDougal's three. Spins out. Got halfway down and came out, and Hales with a rebound. Wow, I thought that was in.
I think everybody did. Maybe that'll be the one that puts them on a cold streak a little while. My goodness, they just can't really miss. Interesting, we've come out this quarter with Drew Litweiler running the point.
Interesting. Charlie in the corner to Hales. His three's off the mark. Rensberger with the rebound, but now they're going to call him for the foul. Wow. Now we're going to have a little powwow down here with the officials, and it will be against Rensberger.
Wow, I don't know about that. He went up for the ball with both hands.
Looked like he was almost
getting undercut.
Yeah,
I don't get that.
Nonetheless, Concord with a basketball.
Well, if Coach wanted to get a team playing against us that was playing their absolute best to prepare us for sectional, I think he got what he wanted.
This is it. McDougal now from the corner. He misses from the right side this time. Litweiler with a rebound, and he's fouled by Southern. That'll be number 4 on him. Maybe. Yeah, that might be 3 on him.
With all the flopping he's done, he ought to have about 3 more.
Inbounding is Drew Litweiler underneath the Concord basket. He gets it into Hales, and the Hales trots it up.
I think what we're trying to do here is get some of our other scorers involved, and that's why Drew's running the point. He's really good out there. He sees the floor well. He handles the ball well, and it takes the pressure off of Elijah and Charlie to handle it so much.
Pass from Charlie down low to Hales. A little bit too hard on that shot, but Drew Litweiler chases it down and snares it away from the Concord defenders. Charlie drives, puts it up, and scores underneath. The basket count. And he's fouled.
He took it right at Johnson that time and got the foul in the basket.
Pretty impressive move by the junior.
Yeah, and I think Deshaun is seeing some of the changes here, and he's going to call timeout.
Timeout on the court with 5:56 to go in the ball game. Westview 38, Concord 35, back in 60 seconds.
That's 20 seconds.
When you're turning your house into a home, your furniture plays a big part in the finished product. You'll love the finished products at Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana. Come see the Weaver family. They will work with you to find a piece that fits your needs, or they'll have it custom built just for you. Weaver Furniture Sales is located just south of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana. Visit their website at weaverfurnituresales.com.
And we're back. Charlie Yoder at the free throw line, trying to complete the three-point play.
What this has done with Drew taking the point, we've posted up Elijah 3 straight times, and that's really opened the court up, and Concord's not quite sure how to defend it.
Yeah, Charlie hits his free throw. He now has 18. 39-35, Westview up 4.
And we're back in our 1-2-2 press.
Through the hands of McDougal, but he recovers on the wing right side and give it to Darcy out front. Darcy gives it left side to Southern. Now back out front will come to Shoemaker. Shoemaker back to Southern in the corner left side. Darcy swings it right side to McDougal. Back out front to Shoemaker to Johnson. Now wide open is Southern, and he hits another 3.
It's just their night shooting, that's for sure.
Yeah.
The way he shoots it, I'm not sure he shoots a very high percentage normally, but give him credit, he's doing it tonight.
Well, he's hit 2 threes and they have a regular field goal. They've been key threes. Good pass underneath from Charlie to Hales, and he puts it in.
Well, this end of the floor is where we're going to win this thing. We have got to get some stops.
A steal, and here comes Schrock. He misses. Good defense by Concord, but Charlie with the foul and the putback. 43-38 Westview.
We're going to go back to our straight man here. It looks like Jordan might have hurt himself on that drive. He's limping around out there a little bit.
Looks like he's got that right leg heavily taped. Shot by Johnson is good, and he's fouled. 15-footer off the baseline, left side. Contact was made, and he was fouled.
Well, when they need a basket, they know who to go to, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Schrock comes out as Josh Hostetler checks back in for Westview. Southern, McDougal, Johnson, Shoemaker, and Darcy still on the court for Concord. Johnson's shot is good, and he completes the three-point play.
He's barely even hit the rim tonight.
He is just hot.
He has missed a couple, but wow. Nice player.
There he is. Yoder with it for Westview, high on the wing left side, gets it out front to Hales. He lobs it into Josh at the elbow right side. Now back out front to Litweiler. They'll swing it around to Charlie Yoder left side. Now to Hales right next to him. Cross courts it to Drew. Litweiler now hands to Rensberger, who's come way out front. Charlie with it on the wing right side. 43-41, Westview with a 2-point lead. 3:55 to go in the ball game. Contact underneath, and a foul's going to be called on McDougal of Concord.
They're really rotating people on Elijah to try to stop him down there.
Elijah, a chance to hit his first free throws of the night. He scored 12 from the field, and he's short. Rebound Johnson.
Well, this is a good tune-up for sectional.
It certainly is.
Nail biting time. Looks like Concord's just going to hold it.
Darcy way out in the center circle, just waiting for the Westview defense to come out. Now I'll give it to McDougal who's come out.
Yeah, if we could have got a couple of stops, they couldn't do this. But
right.
With the 2-point deficit, they just want to shorten the game. That gives them the best chance.
Darcy holding out front. Westview is sagged off on defense. Litweiler, well, now they're going to switch. They'll bring Hales out on Darcy out front. McDougal on the pass right side. Will come back out front to Shoemaker. Left side to Darcy, high on the wing. He'll swing it back out front on the dribble and give off to Shoemaker. Shoemaker with Drew Litweiler on him comes out front now between the circles and gives off to McDougal. McDougal, bounce pass down low, turnaround jumper. Oh my gosh, the kid doesn't miss. Johnson again. We're all tied up at 43. Now Charlie. And it comes halfway down and comes out. And a foot. Offensive rebound, and the basket is good by Elijah Hales.
Interesting that we are putting Elijah on Darcy out at the point. You know, we got Elijah usually guarding the other team's best player,
right.
But we got him on their point guard. He really kind of keeps things going out there.
And Elijah misses a free throw again. Westview with a 2-point lead, 45-43. Shoemaker with it now between the circles out front. Drew Litweiler on him. He'll go left side with it to McDougal, now to Darcy out front between the circles. Hales remains on Darcy. Shoemaker gives it to McDougal. They'll swing it around left side now to Southern. Shamari Southern gets it to Shoemaker out front, now to Darcy on the wing, back out front to McDougal. Shoemaker. Inside pass goes to Johnson, and he's fouled from behind by Charlie Yoder.
And that's his fourth. Or what'd they call?
I think
Oh,
we're
we
going to
have
have
a
a
timeout.
timeout. Yeah. Charlie picks up number 4. You're right. 45-43. Westview with a 2-point lead. We'll keep it right here. It's only a 30-second timeout. Good to have you along tonight. Sorry we couldn't bring you live video for this game, and that was blacked out. But we are recording the video tonight that will be available for playback once Concord is eliminated from postseason play. And their first game in the sectional is on Tuesday night against Northridge. Well, what do we need to do, Coach?
We need to stop.
Yeah, we do.
I would say Tom Johnson's, he's ready for a miss.
I can't believe it. Everything that kid throws up goes in.
And we're right in we're right in his face, hand in his face. He's just good.
I'm probably wrong, but I only remember him missing one shot tonight.
I think you might be right.
Man, trying to get the team and the crowd fired up. He whistles. Johnson at the free throw line. Chance to pull Concord into a tie. Shot is good by Johnson. He'll get one more on the bonus.
That's a lot of circles under his name over there.
27.
27 of 44.
Right. I'm not a very good mathematician, but that's over half their points, I believe.
Hey,
no good. He misses.
missed one.
Wow. So the Warriors still have a lead, the slimmest of margins, however, 45-44. Minute and 45 seconds to go in the ball game. Yoder gives it to Drew Litweiler. Charlie was knocked down, no call. Hales now.
Yeah, we're going spread here. I'm not sure if we're gonna, I don't think we're gonna do it to hold it. I think we'll probably just try to open it up and look for an opening and try to clinch it with a layup.
Will they give us a backdoor?
That or a foul. I think we're in the bonus.
There you go. Minute 15 to go now in the ball game. Charlie Yoder with it between the circles. Goes left side to Rensberger. I keep forgetting they're not seeing the action. I better announce, huh?
Yeah.
Charlie with it. And a reach-in foul's called on Southern out front.
He never thinks he fouls anybody,
No,
does
he doesn't. He's always putting his hands in his face and like, oh, I can't believe it.
Well, we've missed some key free throws here, so let's see if we can knock these in. We're still in 1-1, I believe. Double bonus? Okay.
We have double bonus now according to our engineer.
Well, that sure gives you a little more peace of mind at the line, I would say.
Charlie hits number 1. He'll get one more. And he hits a boat. That pushes the Warrior lead out to 3 now. 1 minute to go in the ball game. Darcy with it in the center circle.
Now we're off of him again, letting him say, go ahead and hold it now.
Wow. Darcy between the circles, goes right side to Shoemaker, takes it down on the baseline, gives off to Southern now. Back to Darcy out front. Now Coach DeShone wants timeout. 40.7 seconds to go in the ball game. Westview 47, Concord 44. Back in 30 seconds. And we're back at Concord. Both teams still in their timeout.
See, we just put in Jordan during that timeout for defensive purposes, so thought it was interesting. Nick was giving Jordan a lot of instructions out there about what to do, so good chemistry out there.
They have a noise meter here in the Concord gym. It's been there for a long time, and the band always tries to peek it out. I don't think they have so far tonight. The big light on top is supposed to go around.
Well, the one thing we don't want to do here is give up a wide open three.
Darcy with it between the circles. Goes right side to Shoemaker.
25 seconds left.
Shoemaker gets tripped inadvertently by Charlie, but he's going to pick up the foul.
That's his fifth.
My goodness, and that's it for Charlie.
Well, and that's why early in the game, Coach was upset with him for committing careless fouls. Over the back and reach, and that's because at the end of the game, when that happened, you don't want it to be your last one.
Yeah, no, that's right. Charlie comes out.
I think the main reason that hurts us right now, obviously, is ball handling. You know, he just a rock solid with the ball, and so we bring Nick in now. We have height, but we got one less ball handler.
Right, you lose the ball handler, correct. Shoemaker at the free throw line, and he hits. Fourth point of the night for Shoemaker. 47-45, 2-point ball game. One thing they can't do is tie here, so we just need to grab the rebound if he misses. Second shot is good. Now timeout again on the court. It's going to be called by Concord. It's going to be a full timeout, and we'll keep it here. So we've got 24.4 seconds to go in this ball game. A 1-point lead. What do we do, Coach?
Well, get the ball in. That's thing
the main thing, yeah.
Get it across half court. That's thing two. I wouldn't think that Concord would foul right away. I think they'll probably try to cause a turnover, especially without Charlie out there.
Right.
And maybe get it down to, I don't know, if it gets under 15 seconds, I would think they'd probably try to foul. And then, you know, shoot, we just got to hit them.
Right.
I think we need to be aggressive here. And if we get a layup, let's take it.
I agree.
Yeah. A layup's easier than, an uncontested layup's easier than 2 free throws with the crowd yelling at you. So it's a great test. I can't remember the last time we've been in this position. I know Prairie Heights the other night was a little tight, but it wasn't this tight.
Right.
And so maybe Valparaiso, but we were behind most of the game there. East Noble, we were behind most of the game.
True.
Center Grove, they kind of pulled away from us at the end. So it's been a long time since we've been in this situation.
But, yeah, looking at it realistically, it's probably good for us going into the sectional to have a game like this.
Yep.
Litweiler looking to inbound. Still looking, gets it into Hales. Hales across the timeline on a pass to Jordan Schrock. Now to Litweiler. He'll hand it off to Hales. Hales being double teamed. Good pick by Litweiler. Now Hales is forced to call timeout.
Down to 14 seconds. I think they were just about to foul there, but
14.1 seconds to go in this ball game.
I think that would have been a good foul for Concord to take there too, because Elijah's missed his last 2, and you know he's pretty good at coming back after missing a few. But looks like a 30-second is all we got here.
They're all standing up. Yeah, I don't. Going back to what you said about getting a quick basket. I mean, they're not going to. Chances are they're not going to have a 4-point play at the end of the game. So the worst we could have done, or the best they could have done, is gone back down and hit a 3, which they have been doing quite regularly.
But plenty of that.
It's only tied. They wouldn't have taken the lead. So I agree. I mean, sometimes you're better off taking the quick shot rather than trying to just kill the clock. Concord's been very stingy on defense tonight.
Look out for Thompson on the ball, or Johnson on the ball.
Yeah,
he's pretty bouncy.
Litweiler gets it into the backcourt to Josh, and they foul immediately as Braden Taylor has come in, and he commits the foul.
Number foul on Braden Taylor. That's his
second personal foul on Taylor tonight. That will send Josh Hostetler to the line, and once again Westview in a double bonus. Josh, quick shot, hits out the front of the rim, no good.
I think, I could be wrong, I think that's the first free throw he's missed in February.
Well, yeah, I think you're right. He came in tonight with a 91 over 91%, 91.3%. He misses them both. Oh my. Johnson with a rebound, gets it to Shoemaker. And another timeout called by Concord as they get it across the timeline. Now that's almost unheard of.
Well, the first one was short, and he overcompensated it for on the second one and shot it too hard. So one thing, Josh has a very unusual free throw routine is he doesn't take a dribble.
No, he just takes it.
He just gets it, shoots it.
Yeah.
And I think, I think it's important. And here I am telling a 91% free throw shooter how to shoot free throws. But
right.
I think especially in pressure situations, it shows up. Take a deep breath. Take your time, relax yourself. And he didn't do it that time. So there's a lot of things tonight that have added up. We've missed crucial free throws. Charlie had some careless fouls early, which causes him to be on the bench right now. We've given up a lot of three-pointers, and I don't feel real good right now because we're up one, and Michael Johnson hits everything he shoots. So
yeah, you'd think that that's the guy they're going to go to. But our best defender is on him, Elijah Hales. Shoemaker looking to inbound. Still looking, gets it to Johnson. Johnson back to the freshman out front. He goes to McDougal, a three. Oh, he hits it! Oh my! And the game is over. McDougal with a three from the right corner to beat the Westview Warriors tonight and end their 14-game winning streak. Wow. Oh no. Wow, what a finish here at Concord. As Concord with a three-pointer from the corner by McDougal up the right side. And that gives Concord the 49-47 win over Westview here tonight. We'll be back to talk about the game and scoring and stats right after this timeout.
Dale's Dependable Handyman Service is capable of performing a wide variety of common home maintenance and remodeling services. We can help you with everything from garbage disposal installation to fixing a leaky faucet. We work in the kitchen, the bathroom, the attic, the garage, and anywhere else that might need attention. With help from Dale's Dependable Handyman Service, you know that you'll be receiving quality work from a fully trained, licensed, and insured professional. Call us today at 260-463-3970 or visit dalesdependablehandyman.com.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Have you ever been unpleasantly surprised by a purchase and wish you had done more investigation before buying? Gold Key Home Inspections is here to help give you peace of mind about one of your largest investments, your home. Our inspectors are trained to expertly evaluate all aspects of your potential home and give you information to use in making an informed decision. Don't gamble on your future. Give Gold Key Home Inspections a call today to set up your appointment. Does your paint job need a refresh? Got too many dings and scratches? Let Hyde Auto Body take care of it for you. No matter the type of vehicle, motorcycle, trailer, or truck cab, Hyde Auto Body's experienced paint specialists will attend to every detail so you don't have to. We aim to be #1 in customer service, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. We're located west of State Road 9 on US 20. Hyde Auto Body, a trusted name in the community for over 20 years. When you're turning your house into a home, your furniture plays a big part in the finished product. You'll love the finished products at Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana. Come see the Weaver family. They will work with you to find a piece that fits your needs, or they'll have it custom built just for you. Weaver Furniture Sales is located just south of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana. Visit their website at weaverfurnituresales.com.
Okay, back at Concord High School, where we just witnessed Concord hitting a three-pointer from the corner with 1.7 seconds left to defeat Westview 49-47. Let's take a look at the individual scoring for Westview. Charlie Yoder ended up not finishing the game, but he ended up with 22 points. Elijah Hales added 14. Drew Litweiler added 3. Josh Hosteller had 5. Nick Rensberger rounded out the scoring tonight with 3 as well. Only had 1 point in the second half. For Concord, Luke Shoemaker had 5. Shamari Southern had 8. Drew McDougall, the hero tonight, added 12. Including the game winner, and Michael Johnson had 27 to lead Concord, so 27 out of their 49 points tonight. I think Drew McDougall had all 3-pointers tonight, if I'm correct here on this scoring. So
that's what I have as well.
Yeah, there would have been 4 of them. So they hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 threes tonight, and I don't know how many they missed. I don't think it was very many. They missed 6?
6.
So 8 for 14 from 3.
Yeah.
Not bad.
From the field overall, they shot 69%.
Oh my.
They shot 85% inside the arc tonight.
69% from the field, and they had to hit a 3 to beat us at the buzzer. But that's incredible.
Unbelievable
but that's why,
shooting percentage, yeah.
That's why coaches go into tournaments nervous, because a team gets hot like that. The only thing is I don't think we'll be facing a Michael Johnson in our sectional. Or in regional or anywhere really. So give Concord credit. They played the game of the year for them, and they hit the shots, and they gave McDougall, a senior, a great way to go off on his last home game to hit a game-winning shot to beat the highly ranked Warriors. So go ahead if you have those stats, Dan.
Yeah, some of the other stats to look at. Overall, yeah, we shot 45% from the field, 14 of 26 inside the arc, 4 of 14 from three-point range. And like I said, they missed only 6 out of 14 and three-point range. 11. They were 11 of 13 inside the arc, so they didn't take very many shots at all. But my goodness, did they make most of them. I have them 11 of 13 from inside the arc. And then they were also 6 of 7 from the free throw line. The only one they missed was Michael Johnson's second free throw there towards the end of the game. But in the fourth period, we missed 4 free throws, and one of those was the front end of a 1-and-1. And that certainly didn't help. We finished the night 5 of 11 from the free throw line, so we sort of hurt ourselves there. Not very many turnovers. I'm only showing we had 6 and they had 7. But one of the big differences still is rebounds. We had 24 rebounds. 16 of those were offensive. We had 4 offensive boards every single quarter. They've got a total of 2 offensive boards, 11 rebounds altogether. So outplayed them in most areas of the game. We just didn't make our shots.
Hell, that's aggravating when they shoot 70% from the floor practically and do that. But you know, I don't really think this game, win or lose, matters much when it comes to sectional play. I think you know, momentum and that kind of thing is kind of overrated. I think there's been years in the past where we've maybe lost this game and then turned around and had a great run.
Right.
So it won't mean anything on Tuesday. And I'm sure the coach is in the locker room telling them now. They know why they lost. They missed free throws. I mean, you missed 6 free throws.
That was big.
You had silly fouls. They had open shots. When they came out in the third quarter and we gave up 2 open threes to start the quarter, I thought that was the key to the game. We had them down 7 to let them right back in it.
Right.
If we'd have come out and got them down 11 or 12, I think it would have been a totally different game, but we didn't. They hit the shots, and very disappointing loss, but I'd rather have it now than next week.
Exactly. Yeah,
so
it might actually do us some good going into the tournament.
Yeah, we certainly don't have the winning streak to worry about anymore.
Right.
And you know, the coaches will have their entire focus. And you know, I think our kids come to play hard every night. And so I don't think it was, you know, some people might say it's a wake-up call or something like that. I really don't think this team needs that.
No.
But we just ran into a hot shooting team. I mean, when the other team only misses 8 shots for the whole game. Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
It makes you wonder how they lost as many as they did this year.
Yeah.
And by the scores they did. Because, well, I could go on and on, but game's over.
Yeah, it is.
Move on to
right. Next week is
Central Noble.
The start of the most important part of our season.
Yeah, and
Tuesday
it's really
night.
the culmination of this senior class and where they started 4 years ago when they were 4 starting freshmen or 5. 5 at some times were in the game at once.
Yeah.
And, you know, we would fight and scrap and just come up short. And to this last year and this year, we've just blossomed and we're drilling people. And, you know, it's pressure in a tournament is funny how it works. And tonight I think was good to kind of get them in that pressure mode. We've been just whipping people for so long.
Right.
Well, Prairie Heights, I guess, was kind of close. But I think we'll be upset at ourselves, and we'll come out, and I think we'll be really focused on
well, one
Tuesday.
thing about it, all 5 losses were against 4A teams.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think of that. So a game we should have won. Definitely could have won, but we didn't. And I don't think they'll be thinking of this past the bus ride home.
That's
so
right.
Time to get. Central Noble has very good shooters, and they could come out and they could shoot like this too. And they have more shooters than Concord has.
Wow.
So
that's scary, but they don't have the talent of Johnson.
They don't have Johnson yet.
Right.
And so we will come out Tuesday and opening game 6 o'clock, right?
Yep, we'll go on the air probably around just past 5:30. And we hope we'll see you in person out at Westview Gym, but if you can't make it out there, we'll be live with video during the sectional, regional, and as far as the Warriors go, until we get to state, then we are blacked out as far as video is concerned at the state tournament level. Glad you could join us tonight. Sorry we couldn't bring you better news from Concord High School as the Warriors dropped their 5th game of the season, 47-49. Westview losing to Concord. Westview now 21-5 on the season going into the sectional. Concord improves to 7-15. Westview playing Central Noble next Tuesday, and Concord will face the Northridge Raiders in their first game on Tuesday night. Tonight's game of Westview basketball was brought to you by the following sponsors: the Blue Gate Restaurant in Shipshewana, by Mike's Automotive Service in Topeka, also by Fruit May Funeral Home in LaGrange, as well as Height Auto Body, Topeka Do It Best Hardware, Topeka Pharmacy, Dale's Dependable Handyman Service, Weaver Furniture, Jerry Standard in Middlebury, the Hometown Treasure, by Yoder Insurance, by Quality Floor in Topeka, by Frontline Auto Tech in Shipshewana, also by Yoder Shipshewana Hardware, Troyer's Saddlery, and our halftime trivia contest is brought to you each and every game by Shipshe Pizza, and congratulations to Sharon Neely, our winner of the Shipshe Pizza tonight. Our individual sponsors were Dan and Dawn Byler, John and Leslie Cook, Tim and Donna Height, Josiah and Candace Parker, Jim and Liz Stump, Tim and Kim Taylor, and Roger and Esther Winger. For our camera operator tonight, Eric Hart. For our engineer, Justin Geigley. And for Dan Byler and Jamie Miller, this is Jerry Hostetler. Good night, everyone.